Today I fucked up by narrating to HR a search through my bag of toys. Edit. For those of you asking, yes, this the same manager then had to sit in on the crying wine fort thing, and yes, same HR lady. NSFW. So I live at my work, really common in my field, and my work have a really strict drug policy. We work with kids who stay on site while we live on site, so 100% understandable. Let me start with saying I don't do drugs, especially not anywhere near my work. I live on site for around 10 months of the year. I'm in a completely separate staff block, at least 100 mail from the nearest guests. Being a grown woman and all, I have a bag of toys and a lot of other stuff. Now recently someone got sacked for smoking weed on site, and since then any mention of drugs will get you a full room search, allowed in our contact. So on my day off today I get a knock at the door. It's HR and my manager, Jay. They say they're here for a room search as someone's mentioned my name when taking about ex-colleague. Cool, I haven't got anything to hide. Until Jay pulls out the rucksack from under my bed and the conversation goes as follows. Me. You might not want to open that bag. Jay. Why, what's in it? Are we going to find something in there? Me. I mean yes, but it isn't drugs, in asking you to not open that bag for all our sakes. Jay. What stupid shit have you got in here? We need to look through everything. Including this bag. Significant other. Tell us now, what are we going to find? Me. If you're determined, can I at least empty the bag for sanitary reasons? Jay has a mix between sheer disappointment and trying to decry with laughter as he clocks what I'm talking about. As long as we see everything and you do it in front of us. Me. Proceeds to empty an entire rucksack filled with so much shit, like I'm sure I'm keeping Ann summed in business at this point. This poor 60-year-old white lady is fucking shook as I'm stood there pulling out all sorts, some of which I don't even know what it's for. At this point it's like a minute of silence, so my stupid fucking brain decided to narrate the contents of the bag. Me. So here's another dildo. It's blue. The other is pink. This is a door jammer, it goes in the door. This is lube. I'm sure you know what that's for. This one smells of strawberries. This is for 2 women I think, but I'm not 100% sure. I got it in a Xmas calendar. Jay is holding back tears. Please stop, now, just stop, I think we're done here. So yeah, can't wait for my end-of-year review. FML. Too long, did not read. I for some reason decided to narrate the contents of a bag filled with sex toys whilst HR searched my room. Well, at this point I think you can safely store drugs in the bag and not have to worry about it being searched again. Ask HR where you should be storing your dildo and lube. That's hilarious. The fact that Jay was laughing the whole time means this is not a today I fucked up lol, don't worry. Please stop, now, just stop, I think we're done here. Report them for not completing their search. My god, I don't care how much you pay me. Living with zero expectations of privacy sounds awful. I would love to watch you go through airport security. Yes sir. I packed my own bag. Today I fucked up by opening my front door and letting my neighbor's kid in. Let's start off with some context. I am 15 male, their kid is 18 female. I'm sharing this story cause I don't know what to do. I'm also pretty sure she has a mental disability of some kind. Not a bad thing of course, but please read to understand. It was still summer and I was in my room relaxing playing guitar when my doorbell rang. I went to answer it and this girl appeared at my door. She was really short. I'm 5 feet 6.5. And I had to physically look down to see her. I had never met this girl before in my life. I didn't know her name or age or anything. She asked if she could stay at my place from the time she arrived, 5-6-ish p.m., until 9-10 p.m. cause her mom and brother weren't home. I was iffy about that, so I never gave a straight answer. I just agreed to hang out with her for some time. I let her in, which was my first mistake. She wouldn't stop touching my face and hugging me to where it crossed the line of innocent. It was like every second she had to have a hand on me in some way. She even tried to pull my shirt up. She was saying stuff like she'd date me and kept trying to get me to go to her house. Her. Want a popsicle? Me. No, not right now, but if you want one I have some in the freezer if you want one. Her. No, the popsicle's at my house. Me. No, thank you. It came to the point I was so uncomfortable I lied and said it was my brother's birthday and that we had plans to get her to go home, and when I told her that she said stuff like, "Can I come? I can fit in the trunk, I'm really small. Please." Eventually I convinced her to go home and I walked her home. Since then she has not left me alone. The day after she just wouldn't stop calling me. She gave up calling and just started coming to my door instead. It's been over a month since and she hasn't stopped. What do I do? Edit. I forgot to mention she found where my brother works and started working in the same building, different businesses. They can only cross paths if they wanted to, and my brother really doesn't see her anyway cause of the hours he works. Edit 2. I appreciate all the helpful feedback. I'm gonna try to get in contact with her parents. I'm just not sure how, cause no matter how I approach conversation with the girl, she's gonna take it as an invitation and is just gonna be up my ass more. I'll keep you guys updated. Too long did not read. My neighbor's kid came to my door one day and hasn't stopped since, even though we asked her to. OMG no. This is in no way okay on her part. Tell your legal guardian or hers and stay away from her. Possibly ask her to stop contacting you. Talk to the parents about it. I just want to say good on you for recognizing something is not right and for not taking advantage of the situation. You're a good kid. I'm sorry that she's put you in such an uncomfortable position. I think having your guardian chat with her parents might be the best thing to do. Definitely don't let her inside again. Be careful being alone with her. I fit in the trunk? What? I'm concerned about her home situation. I don't know how effective going to the girl's parents would be. What age level would you say her comprehension is at? Definitely give it up to the adults to handle and do not get caught alone with her. Crazy women can sometimes come up with crazy lies that could get you in a lot of trouble. Also, never let a stranger in the house, not even another kid. Today I fucked up by calling my brother about a lost ring. This happened this afternoon. It's nighttime now, and I'm still fucking laughing about it. So, ever since my siblings and I were little, I was the one that could lose an elephant in a prairie. I was unimaginably good at losing stuff, and then needing my brother's help to find them. Luckily, my older brother, I'm the second oldest, out of 4 boys, could always find anything I'd lost. I mean, always. Even if all 3 of us were searching, we'd never find whatever it was that I'd lost until my oldest brother got involved. I ended up gaining some notoriety as the guy who could lose his own head one day, and my brother earned the reputation of the family's finder of things, trademark. Well, now, we've all moved out. My oldest brother is fresh out of university and living across the country, while the other 3 of us have sprawled throughout the country, but none outside, for our respective universities. Still, we maintain daily contact through texting and calling. Today, I lost my ring. It was a gift to me from my girlfriend, and very dear to me, so I was expectedly distressed about it. I turned the world upside down. My girlfriend was calling up friends whom I'd visited in the morning to see if I'd left it there. It was overall an awful situation. I'd called my mum to whine at her about it like the mama's boy I am, and I was frankly on the verge of tears. After all other ways had proven fruitless, I decided to relieve the pressure by calling my oldest brother in jest, to ask him if he could find my ring. That I did. I called him, he answered. I told him my problem, we laughed a little. Then he pointed out that I had been cooking a lot after I'd gotten back from my visit. He knew, because I like to call with him when I'm cooking to fight boredom, and said that maybe it had fallen in the sink or in the first drawer on my kitchen cupboard, since that's where I keep my cutlery. The sly bastard was right. I checked in my drawer, and alas behold, my ring. He laughed his ass off, almost dropped his phone. I sulked in my self-pity and accused him of sorcery. I thanked him and we hang up. Later, I get a call from my other brother, the 3rd youngest, during which he makes fun of me for not being able to find a ring that my brother found from across the country. We share a laugh. I tell him to go fuck himself, affectionately, of course, and we hang up. I thought nothing of the interaction. My older brother had probably told him during their daily catch-up. That is, until the 4th brother called. My youngest brother advised that, if I looked in the 2nd drawer, I might very well find that chest of gold that Grandpa hid, a running joke in my family. We laughed together. I told him to go fuck himself. It was all good. I was starting to suspect that my oldest brother was making a bit of a fool of me to the family, but it was funny, and it was only brotherly banter, after all. That is, until my mum called. Now, fun fact about my mother, she lost her left ring finger in an accident. And, of course, she told me to look in the first drawer of my kitchen cupboard. Maybe I'd find it there. I couldn't tell my mother to fuck off. I'm a good son, but I approximated. Still, it was just mum, I thought. That is, until my dad called. Same deal. Haha, you lost your ring, and your brother found it from across the country, you moron. My dad said I might as well ask my brother where my brain is. He ought to find it, since as clearly, it was missing from my skull. We laughed. I wondered to myself if, maybe, Dad would be the last to call about this, and we hang up. Okay, to make a long story short, he was fucking not the last by far. I could sit here numbering the family members, friends, acquaintances and common contacts that called for days. When the last person called, my aunt, my dad's sister, thus started the texts. Now, I have every single family member laughing at me collectively in a group chat, and I have a very, very big family. My girlfriend has been added to said group chat by my brother, and up until an hour ago she was laughing her tits off at my dad's, admittedly hilarious, remarks about the whereabouts of my brain. I don't think I'll ever live this down. Please help me. Too long did not read. I lost my ring, called my brother, who currently lives across the country from me, and he guessed correctly where it was. Now the entire family is making fun of me in a collective group chat, and I'm regretting my life choices. Maybe call your brother to find the solution. I will see myself out. Hey, this is your long-lost Uncle P. Mitch. How have you been? It's been a while since I've seen you. I'm just texting because I heard about you losing your ring, and your brother found it half away across the country. How fucking stupid can you be? What a moron. Anyways, have a great weekend. Sounds like you have a dope family. I'm sure I'm not the only one who'd like to hear about other lost and found stories. Good thing you found your ring before Gollum. When I was a wee little girl, I had an odd habit of knowing the G-rated meanings of words you wouldn't think a kid that age would know. I knew the word exotic meant from far away, and when a news story mentioned exotic dancers I thought of belly dancing and announced to my entire family. It was a holiday so we were all together, that I could do that when I grew up. I was maybe 6. They still mention it at every chance. You did indeed F up. Today I fucked up by sending my girlfriend a dank meme about 9/11. English isn't my first language so please don't roast me if I make any grammatical mistakes. I'm 25F and my girlfriend is 23. Today, I was scrolling on Reddit after I woke up. I saw this dank meme saying something like, when you're chilling in the World Trade Center and you get airplane Wi-Fi. Now normally I make a lot of suicide jokes or depression jokes due to the fact I'm depressed and I can relate to it, but I wouldn't make jokes about such tragedies. So I saved the meme and send it to my girlfriend, with the caption, "Hey, this is a bit too much, this is where things started going downhill." I had to use the bathroom quickly and when I got back, she sent me 2 voice messages, one a few seconds longer than the other one, but the point she was trying to make was the same. Well, the idea with the planes was fake anyway, Sue. I write back only a bunch of question marks. She writes back, no, it's fake. I start thinking it's a bad joke or something so I send back more questions marks. More voice messages come from her. How architects and engineers all say it's impossible and there was something else going on, most likely, bombs detonating in the towers and all that. I genuinely don't know how to respond to all this. She's really smart and doesn't believe in any conspiracy theories, she's vaccinated etc. Never gave me any reason to suspect she'd think something like that. TL. Doctors send my girlfriend a dank meme about 9/11 and she's convinced it's fake, that a plane could go through a building and there's something else going on. Man, this whole post and meme makes me feel old. Airplane Wi-Fi wasn't really a thing in 2001. Doesn't believe in any conspiracy theories. I'm betting she believes in at least one. Ah, your girlfriend is a conspiracy theorist. Underscore have fun with that underscore. Not a foo. If you believe she is smart and not a conspiracy theorist in general, you should just sit down with her and discuss the supposed evidence she presents for her claim and debunk it logically and with legitimate evidence. If she still refuses to give it up and keeps believing blindly, you can conclude that she is being delusional and think about getting out other wacky ideas if she has any and letting it affect your relationship.